ટ્રીટમેન્ટ 2000 રૂપિયાની. બેલાડોના 1 કે 10 બે ડોઝ આપ્યા, કેસ સોલ્વ. નેક્સ્ટ, બાયલેટરલ પેરીહાઇલર ન્યુમોનિયા વિથ લોઅર ઝોન ન્યુમોનિયા. બહુ સિવિયર કેસ હતો આ. મમ્મી પપ્પાના ઝઘડાથી આ છોકરું બિચારું ડરી ગયું. મમ્મી ઘર છોડીને છોકરાને લઈને જતી રહી પિયરમાં, અને પછી એવું થયું કે ઘરમાં સસરા મરી ગયા. એટલે બિચારી છૂટાછેડાના સિચ્યુએશનથી વાઈફને પાછું આવવું પડ્યું. એટલે છોકરાએ જે ડેડ બોડીની જે ફ્યુનરલની પ્રોસેસ બધી જોઈ એમાંય ડગાયો, મમ્મી પપ્પાના ઝઘડામાંય ડગાયો, બિચારો એકોનાઇટમાં જતો રહ્યો. આ કેસ એકોનાઇટથી સોલ્વ થયો. નેક્સ્ટ, એક્યુટ ચેસ્ટ પેઇન, આર્સેનિક 1 m, કેસ સોલ્વ. ઇટ ઇઝ એક્યુટ એક્ઝાસર્બેશન ઓફ ક્રોનિક. આ એકચ્યુઅલ એક્યુટ કેસ નથી, પણ ઇટ ઇઝ એન એવિડન્સ બેઝ. નેક્સ્ટ, હવે જે પોઈન્ટ આવે છે એ મેઇન પોઈન્ટ આવે છે, વેર ટુ હિટ. અને આ બધી જ વસ્તુઓ ઓર્ગેનોનમાં લખેલી છે, પણ આપણે ઓર્ગેનોન વાંચતા નથી, કદાચ ખરીદતાય નથી, અથવા સિનિયરની ચોપડીથી જ આપણે જેમ તેમ પૂરું કરીએ છીએ. નેક્સ્ટ, નાવ ફ્રેન્ડ્સ બી વિથ મી. મારી પાસે મેં ઓલરેડી ટાઈમર સેટ કરેલું છે, એટલે આઈ વિલ બી ગોઈંગ વેરી ફાસ્ટ. આઈ વોન્ટ કે તમે હેનીમેનિયન ઓથને સમજો. આઈ વોન્ટ કે તમે હેનીમેનિયન ઓથ વિશે જાણો, એ શું કહેવા માંગે છે, અને એ વસ્તુ બહુ જ જરૂરી છે. રીડ અલોંગ વિથ મી. ઓન માય ઓનર, I swear that I shall practice the teachings of homeopathy, perform my duty, render justice to my patient, and help the sick whosoever comes to me for treatment. તમારો દુશ્મન તમારી સામે આવીને બેસે ને કે મારે દવા જોઈએ છે, તો આપણે દવા કરવી પડશે. That is your mission of healing the sick. May the teachings of Master Henneman inspire me, and may I have the strength for fulfillment of my mission. Jai Henneman, Jai Homeopathy. Please, next. Now, aphorism 82. Acute homeopathy care માં તમારી પાસે એક પેશન્ટ acute appendicitis થી પડ્યો હોય, બરાબર પેન થતું હોય, તારે એવું ના પૂછાય ડુ યુ લાઈક સ્વીટ્સ. એવું ના પૂછાય, એ મૂર્ખામી કહેવાય, આપણી મૂર્ખામી છે. એટલે આખી ઓર્ગેનોન મેં લગભગ મારા કરિયરમાં ઓર્ગેનોન્સ લગભગ 700થી વધારે વાર વાંચેલી છે. હું ઓર્ગેનોનના એક્યુટ, મારી આખી પ્રેક્ટિસ ઓર્ગેનોન બેઝ છે, એમાં કશું નવું નથી. મેં તો 7-7 વાર વાંચેલા લોકો જોયા છે. એટલે આ જે ક્વિક બર્ડ આઈ વ્યૂ કહીએ એ રીતે છે, પણ આ વસ્તુ તમે યાદ રાખજો. આ જેટલા બી હોમિયોપેથ્સની સક્સેસ જોઈને એમાં ક્યાંક ને ક્યાંક આ લોજિક છે. ઓર્ગેનોન ઇઝ અ રોડ મેપ ઓફ હોમિયોપેથિક સક્સેસ. ઇટ્સ અ રોડ મેપ. તમને ખબર હોય કે તમારે ક્યાં જવાનું છે ને પહોંચી ગયા તો વાત પતી ગઈ, નહીં તો પછી અંધારામાં જ જવાનું થશે. 82. કોઈ દિવસ એક્યુટ કેસ લાંબો ના ચાલે. કોઈ દિવસ પેશન્ટને હજી યાદ કરો, મને ઉતાવળ નથી. બી વિથ મી. સોરી, આઈ એમ સપોઝ ટુ ગો ટુ હિન્દી ઓર ઇંગ્લિશ નાવ. સો ટેક મોર ટાઈમ. આઈ એમ લિસનિંગ. સાઉન્ડ સેન્સીસ, આ બધી વસ્તુઓ ટેમ્પરરી, patient point of view, consultation, as much less it is very important. And the most important part, word use is fresh in the memory of the patient. So acute ma patient will give you quick information very fast. Fat. Second, general and systemic examination. I am seeing homeopaths don't examine, which is a shocker. Henneman became a great homeopath because primarily he was a great allopath. So he knew how to remove common symptoms. He knew how to identify individual symptoms. If you don't do that, just there is no logic behind. What is important is generally what is to be cured in the disease. You know, if physician clearly perceives what is to be cured in the disease, you need to perceive what is to be cured. So it is very limited. Laboratory investigations and medical diagnosis. People homeopathy says that there is no need for diagnosis. Forget it. It is not possible. That is very right what sir has said. That you cannot judge the prognosis, because acute appendicitis, colitis માં તો surgery treatment છે ને, કેસ આખા reverse થયા. So investigation, medical files. I'll give you a simple example. One of my case has a here swelling and tonsil. So what I initially found out is a case of recurrent tonsillitis. The remedy came in totality was tuberculinum and phosphorus. But as soon as I opened the file, it was a case of recurrent pharyngitis. Remedy turned out to be phosphorus. So this is how medical importance, medical reports and everything will come into play. Next, 92. Never think about trying to get a complete picture in the disease, because I cannot give this patient pulsatilla because this patient is not thirstless. I cannot give APIS because this patient does not have stinging pain. I cannot give sulfur because patient does not have burning sensation. No. 92 says very clearly, look what you have, don't look what you don't have. Look what you have, don't see what you don't have, because acute will never present to you with a complete perfect textbook picture. If it comes to you, you are a lucky homeopath, but most of the times it is not the case. 99. Importance of history of relatives in acute disease. What is the situation with their child? माता पिता का झगड़ा हुआ, बच्चे में डर बैठ गया, माँ ले क्या बोलते हैं उसको, लेके ससुराल चली गई, मैके चली, हाँ सॉरी मैके चली गई, देन डेथ हो गई यहाँ पे, शी हैड टू कम बैक इमीडिएटली. व्हाट इज द रीजन? फ्राइट एकोनाइट. So this information cannot be given by the child. So always look for relatives to get good history. Next, 149. What you should expect when you give a remedy in an acute case? What do you expect? Disease settles insensibly. Disease subside. This is the word from Henneman, not from my pocket. Subside it is like the way sugar is dissolved in the milk. Remedy dissolves in the vital force, removes the disease, brings back to ease spontaneously. I am treating patients including in metro hospitals. You consider Zydus Hospital, you consider Sri Krishna Karamsad Medical Hospital. I am consultant to allopathic hospitals. हॉस्पिटल में जाके एलोपैथी पेशेंट्स जो एडमिट हुए हैं उनकी ट्रीटमेंट भी चल रही है, मैं भी दवाई करता हूँ. सो दिस इज नथिंग न्यू, बट दिस इज वेरी ट्रू. Subside insensibly, but that is what Henneman has said. Dare to be wise. Have a courage on your own conviction. If you don't know the logic, if you don't know the way, you cannot go. Next, indisposition. Today's situation. For example, we are here. I have come down to Rajkot today morning. Yesterday overnight traveling. Tonight I'll be also overnight traveling. Tomorrow, suppose if my body has a body ache, backache, want to sleep, lack of appetite, I am not supposed to take a medicine. It is indisposition. With routine, everything will come back. And this is serious. Few violent suffering. Suppose I am standing here giving a lecture to you and I am into a collapse. I need an immediate remedy. So you should differentiate what is mild and what is severe. That is 50-51. Next. Treating worse acute disease. We fear to treat serious acute diseases. Meningitis, convulsions, high-grade fevers threatening to convulsions, or maybe like when you are alone, when you have very limited knowledge, but you fear. Fear is very right, but once you are clear with organon, the fear level will be very, very limited. And that you should know. If you are having a clear remedy, what you need to get is a clear picture. Next. This is the three things ultimately. Puri organon, aphorism 1 to 294. These three are the golden lines. If whatever remedy you want to select, you will be able to select with certainty and great confidence. Number one is find PQRS. You have good PQRS, your job is 50% done. Good totality, if you are able to get good generals, desires, aversions, thermals, typical pattern, that is job is 80 to 85% done. And sphere of action. You are getting a remedy to in totality and PQRS having the same sphere of action, you are at a driving seat. There is no medicine, there is never an resistance to homeopathic medicine. We have seen in COVID, we have seen lot of antibiotic का resistance है, इसका resistance है, इसका resistance है. आज तक arsenic, even aconite और China Henneman ने सबसे पहले ढूंढी, आज तक कभी हमने resistance देखा नहीं है. So there is no logic that you will get resistance, but you need to be clear what you are supposed to do. These three, whether you take ICU cases, whether you take regular cases, whether you take chronic cases, or whether you are taking any kind of cases, including a case of your own family member whom you know very well, and you are not wanting to take a case, or they do not want to give you a case. You just need to think about these three steps, that's all. And this is from Organon, which is up till now, not even a single word anyone has proved wrong. So for me, it's a Bible of homeopathic religion. If the disease be not of a very long standing, generally removed and extinguished, first dose, one dose, finish. In my practice, 95% of the cases, I do not need to change more than 3 times an acute remedy. First, almost 80% I am through. Second, 15%. Third, maybe 2-3%. If I am not able to get the remedy after 3 regular genuine attempts, I refer the case. Because then it will be more or less of an experiment. Because I don't have a right to play with someone's health. Next, mistake. 167 is about mistake. What Henneman says, we are humans. Henneman also has made a lot of mistakes if you read his Organon 1 to 6 edition, including his lesser writings. He has written his mistakes in total. What do you do when you make a mistakes unknowingly? You are humans, you are bound to make mistakes, right? 167 is the answer. If you have made a mistake, you can undo your mistake with this using this aphorism. Say for example, in acute, हमने कोई acute case लिया और patient को 7 actual symptom हमें मिले हैं. कोई भी गिन के चलो 7 सिम्टम हमें मिले हैं, हमने जो भी दवाई दी वो पार्शियल सिमिलर जा रही है, आपको लग रहा है कि इट्स अ पार्शियल सिमिलर ड्रग विच इज लॉजिकल। क्या हुआ, 3 सिम्टम चले गए, 4 सिम्टम वैसे के वैसे रहे। Then what Hahnemann says according to 167, re-evaluate the case. And what will happen, that partial similar remedy has boosted up the immunity of the person. It has worked as an immunomodulator. If you review the case properly, you will find 3, 4, 5 more new good symptoms or more new symptoms, whether it is good or not, secondary thing. So what you are supposed to do, 4 old symptom plus 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever new symptom we have got, make it into combined and prescribe with a second dose. Because in chronic it's a different theory. 168, 169, 170 is about changing the remedy in chronic case. That is different. This is acute. So what Hahnemann tells, never leave the patient alone. In an acute, suppose patient is under my care, I am directly connected to my patient. 3 o'clock I have gone to the hospital, opened the door of my hospital and I have treated them. My assistants are 24 hours available if I am managing an acute which is inside the hospital. Never leave the patient alone. Never try, consensuous homeopathy will never need to antidote. 257, 258, 259 aphorism brings about antidote. Next. So what Hahnemann tells in total, remainder of the original state, troublesome, new developed, tracing, new picture, give a second shot. Case already 30-40% टूट चुका है. Now you are supposed to deal with 50, 60, 70%. Give a second proper shot, the case will subside insensibly. Next. Now about posology. People fear to go hypotency. In acute, people say 50 देना है, दूं के नहीं दूं, क्या होगा? People worry about 1 दे दिया, खुद को पैनिक आ जाता है. You need to give your case to a homeopath. So ultimately, what Hahnemann tells is, whatever potency you give, as long as it lasts, this is from Hahnemann, as long as it lasts completely precludes every repetition of the administration of any medicine whatsoever. So some acute will give solution in 1 shot. Some acute you need to repeat every 1 hourly. Some acute you need to raise the potency. Some acute you need to change the medicine. Some acute may not get solved even if you change the remedy thrice. That is all vital force. Homeopathy is not a science of action, it's a science of reaction, secondary curative reactions. And every vital force is individual. Every vital force is unique in universe. We cannot generalize, we need to individualize. So every battle with an acute is individual. What Hahnemann tells, that if whatever dose you have given, it is continues to effect to hastening towards completion. Cure, acute में either my way or sky way. Either cure or death. There is no middle way. So if you are given the right medicine, it will clear the case. Next. 257. People fear that should I repeat? What Hahnemann says, I have seen discussion in the people. Where Hahnemann has written you should repeat in acute diseases. People says you don't need to repeat whatever happens to the patient. No. Hahnemann has given clear indication. Number 1, under this chronic, this is about chronic disease. You can repeat the medicine 14, 12, 10, 8, 7 days. So you can repeat, you have a liberty to repeat. Depend upon the case, you can repeat. Chronic disease resembling to the case of acute, that is acute exacerbation of chronic disease. Right? Third, acute disease repetition is needed very shorter period, every 20 to 24 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours, 4 hours, etc. And the acute test, that is ICU, life-threatening situations, where you are dealing with serious pathologies, you are allowed to repeat every 5 minutes. This is not from me, this is from Hahnemann. But you need to know what weapons you have. If you don't know your weapons, you forget about winning. You cannot even fight. In every case, in proportion more or less rapid course of the disease and the action of the medicine employed, it is more distinctly explained in the last note. So this is about repetition. Next, what do you expect? आपने किसी केस में दवाई दी तो आपको क्या दिखना चाहिए? Friends, do you understand what I am saying? If the audience is sleeping, somebody needs to wake up the speaker. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Super. So the point is, अगर आपने कोई दवाई दी है, when you have given a medicine, whether you have taken a case or not, whether you are clear with the mater medica or not, whether the case is fully developed or not, doesn't matter. What Hahnemann tells is, you need to wait maximum till 6, 8 or 12 hours. That's all. कोई भी केस अगर आपने एक्यूट लिया है तो 6, 8 और 12 आवर्स के अंदर सॉल्व होना ही चाहिए, होना ही चाहिए। मतलब 100% आपको इस केस में इंप्रूवमेंट दिखनी ही चाहिए। सी हाउ कॉन्फिडेंस दिस मैन इज, बट वी डोंट रीड हिम, दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम। And what Hahnemann says, by chance, suppose, in spite of waiting 6, 8, 12 hours, the case does not improve, then we should remedy our mistake. Homeopath should remedy his mistake. Remedy his mistake का मतलब give a next medicine. It is probably a wrong drug. Next, 253. After giving the remedy, what we should expect? After giving the remedy, what we should expect? What Hahnemann tells? If the mind is deranged first, then the body. So what is aphorism tells? Mind should be better first than the body. Simple. What Hahnemann tells is, if the remedy is correct, you will find better. Everywhere it is better. And if the remedy is wrong, you will find worse. And the most important, probably the funniest line I have come across in my entire journey of reading Organon, in this many years, suppose for example a male can have a love affair with a female, female can have a love affair with male. Nowadays a male can have a love affair with male, female can have a love affair with females. Humans have a love affair with animals, they love animals. I am having an affair with the book, what is called Organon. There is hardly a day in my life I have not referred to Organon looking at my cases. Every case connects me to Organon. Every case connects me to Organon. And that is the reason, probably what I am today standing in front of you. What Hahnemann tells is, cannot described in words. अरे आप समझो इस बात को, Hahnemann जैसा बंदा इतना खतरनाक लिखता है, इतना जबरदस्त उसको नॉलेज है, वो क्या लिख रहा है? Cannot described in words. उसके पास शब्द नहीं है कि जब इंसान को सही दवाई नहीं लगती है तो उसके दिमाग में जो चेंजेस होते हैं वो समझने बताने के लिए उसके पास शब्द नहीं है. Hahnemann is short of words. Is this a joke? No, it is a reality. That is where how the wrong remedy is perceived. The first part was how a right remedy can be perceived. Next, 262. अगर कोई बच्चा है, टॉन्सिलाइटिस है और मम्मी बोलती है कि मेरा बच्चा आइसक्रीम मांग रहा है, आप दोगे कि नहीं दोगे? What Hahnemann tells is, you should give it. What Hahnemann tells is, you should give it. Because that give it does not mean 5 cups or 10 cups. At least you should give him half a cup. Because the subtle, unerring internal sense of awakened life preserving faculty determines so clearly and precisely, physician requires to counsel the friends and attendants to put no obstacle to the voice of nature. Vital force is a voice of nature. And he is expressing with his language of nature. Symptoms are the language of the vital force. एक ही सिचुएशन है, अगर कोई एक्यूट में इंसान मांगता है और हमें नहीं देना चाहिए, ऐसी एक ही सिचुएशन है जब वो बंदा पागल हो. एक ही सिचुएशन है जहां पे आपको नहीं देना है बस, बिकॉज यू आर नॉट श्योर, you are very much aware. So in more or less, physician required to counsel the friends and attendants put no obstacle into the voice of his nature. देना चाहते हो तो दो. चॉकलेट खानी है बच्चे को, टॉन्सिलाइटिस है, दो. आइसक्रीम खाना है, दो, लेकिन लिमिट में दो. आप उसको टोटली ब्लॉक मत करो, वरना एग्रावेट हो सकता है. दैट इज व्हाट Hahnemann is telling. Next and the last. What Hahnemann tells, allow desires and wishes of the patient in acute disease because they are primarily of psychological origin. They are the desires. Suppose I am telling you a case of a high grade fever. Child had 104.5 degree temperature, admitted in my hospital, and the first remedy what I gave was belladonna. बहुत कम काम किया उसने. It was not working. I was expecting कि belladonna clear है, वो केस सॉल्व होना चाहिए, नहीं हुआ, केस आगे बढ़ रहा था. Second remedy what I evaluated after 6 hours was somewhere, I think it was sulfur. The second remedy which I gave from a proper second prescription was sulfur. After giving sulfur in 200 potency, within 2 hours, you know what that child asked? Pizza. His temperature was 104. Still, the first desire what he expressed was pizza, because he is a lover of 4 cheese pizza जो Domino's में आता है. So he wanted to have a pizza. I said मंगवाओ, हम भी खाएंगे, क्या प्रॉब्लम है. So he had 4-5 bites of pizza with sulfur. Within 12 hours, the case got towards on the road of recovery. Within 2 days, the case was completely solved. So in this way, next. So in this way, you should allow the refreshment what patient is asking. And everything has to be in the need of the patient. अगर patient बोलते हैं acute में बारी बंद रखो तो बारी बंद रखो, बारी खुली रखो तो बारी खुली रखो, पंखा चालू है तो चालू रखो, मना करते हैं तो बंद रखो. Because do not give him any kind of over exertion of mind or exciting emotions. Then the remedy will work like a magic. And when there is magic, there is no logic. And this is a real fact. Next. With this, I conclude my talk. And I humbly dedicate all the success at the lotus feet of Samuel Hahnemann, because whatever I am today is because of him. Success belongs to him, failures belong to me. Because I don't know, I am still in a process of learning. And whatever I have learned, I have shared with you in the best possible time frame. And I hope it will inspire you to take acutes. And whether you take acute appendicitis, acute colitis and all those diseases, that is secondary thing. But you should start taking acutes. Because acutes will make you famous overnight. Once case solved means 10 patients will be coming at your clinic for a proper chronic consultation, right? Thank you very much. Next. If you wish to learn more about us or our activities, visit samuelhahnemann.org and please write to us or communicate to us. These are our numbers. Thank you very much, and thank you very much Dr. Kalpit sir and the entire team of Homeo Seminar for having us here. And to conclude, I can only say that when I was, right now my age is 40 years. I'm probably the youngest out of all the people who are sitting in the first row. When I was 28, not even 28, 27, the first seminar what I gave when I was doing my post-graduation in Bombay, which is considered to be Makkah of homeopathy, was on the platform of National Journal of Homeopathy, and it is absolute credit goes to Dr. Vishpala madam. I don't know what he found in me, but he started motivating me, continued that motivation with her love, care and affection, and has made me what I am today. Entire presentation is a tribute to her. Thank you very much. How much I am over?
Thank you so much, Dr. Satish sir. It was very well said. Homeopathy is not just logic. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Kritik Shah sir. It was very well said. Homeopathy is not just based on magic. It's a logical science. And seeing such great results, we truly feel privileged to call ourselves as a true homeopath. Now, we already know that studying and mugging up all the symptoms of materia medica is such a laborious and tedious task. So why can't we just make it a bit more interesting for our mind? In order to make it digestible and entertaining, Dr. Satish Kanoja and Dr. Sushma Jaiswal came up with a great idea. Let's have a glimpse of it. A great round of applause for them.
हेलो केम छो राजकोट मजामा ग्रेट मटेरिया मेडिका बेवफा रात को पढ़ा सुबह सफा नहीं काले राते आर्निका वाच्यो सवारे डॉक्टर ने प्रोफेसर ने भी पूछ्यो सतीश भाई आर्निका नु सिम्टम साफ थई गया Vishpala ma'am, at NJH we believe materia medica without tears. And ma'am loved songs. So whenever we had a time during lunch hours, at least in a week, we used to play Antakshari. And obviously she won. I'll be presenting one song followed by a skit. And song, it is about homeopathy, and this song I wrote in my last final year in 1993. तूने ऐसी पैथी बनाई, एलोपथ को रास न आई। तूने ऐसी पैथी बनाई, एलोपथ को रास न आई। फिर भी तूने जिद न छोड़ा, तूने ही खुद को ऑर्डर से पियर बनाया। ओ हनुमान, you are the greatest physician of this world. You're hooting me or applauding me? सोरा सिफिलिस साइकोसिस को तूने फंडा कॉज बताया। सोरा सिफिलिस साइकोसिस को फंडामेंटल कॉज बताया। ड्रग प्रूविंग को अपना कर तूने रैपिड जेंटल क्योर बनाया। ओ हनुमान, यू आर द ग्रेटेस्ट फिजिशियन ऑफ दिस वर्ल्ड। 291 एफोरिज्म्स का तूने ऑर्गेनॉन बनाया। 291 एफोरिज्म्स का तूने ऑर्गेनॉन बनाया। ये गीता बनके जग पे छाया, तूने ही इंडिविजुअलाइजेशन अपनाया। ओ हनुमान, यू आर द ग्रेटेस्ट फिजिशियन ऑफ दिस वर्ल्ड। टेक अप ओ राजकोट। Now, thank you. We'll be presenting one skit. I know you are joking. I'll be presenting one skit with my friends. I'm the only Mumbaikar here. Rest three are from Rajkot. See the Entu in Rajkotians. Komal, Abhilasha, and Namisha, and myself will be presenting one skit. Here what you have to do, you have to see, as I said earlier, materia medica without tears. तो आपको रोना नहीं है, आपको वो एक्टिंग देख के ड्रग बतानी है, right? These are only for the students, not for the legends, the first row and second row people. Okay, let's go. Come. शुभम, विराज, एक माइक और चाहिए था, एक माइक और चाहिए।
अरे यार, ये 2 घंटे से इतना सर दर्द क्यों हो रहा है, पता नहीं चल रहा है। अचानक से आ गया, जुकाम खांसी सब कुछ अचानक से।
मैंने बोला था ना, ठंड में मत जाओ, सो लौट के जाओ।
अरे चली गई तो चली गई, लेकिन ये अचानक क्यों हो रहा है, पता नहीं, अब क्या करूं।
डॉक्टर को बुलाऊं?
नहीं, डॉक्टर की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है मुझे। कितने बजे है अभी? 5 साढ़े 5 बजे तो मैं मर जाऊंगी। मुझे लगता है कुछ हो जाएगा, मुझे पता नहीं क्या चल रहा है।
अरे ये कमर का दर्द, हाय। अरे अरे ये अरे ये घुटने बहुत दर्द कर रहे हैं भाई।
मैंने कहा था ना, बारिश में मत जाना।
अब तो चली गई, अब क्या होगा। लेकिन अब अच्छा लग रहा है, मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है।
ये सड़ी जैसी बदबू कहाँ से आ रही है?
बड़ा कमजोर लग रहा है, बहुत थक गया हूँ, बहुत ही कमजोर लग रहा है। अरे बाप, हाय हाय हाय। इतना अभी लग रहा है कि बहुत कमजोर हूँ, बैठा था तो नहीं लग रहा था, अभी बहुत कमजोर लग रहा है। बाप रे, ये जलन हाथों में।
डॉक्टर को बुलाऊं?
अरे नहीं नहीं, डॉक्टर का बोला के मतलब नहीं है, मैं तो वैसे ही मरने वाला हूँ, जरूरत नहीं है। पानी पिला जरा, पानी देना। ओके फ्रेंड्स, गेस द रेमेडीज। या तो हमने इतना बकवास किया या तो इतना अच्छा किया। एनीवेज, इट वॉज नैशेस ट्रायो ऑफ रेस्टलेसनेस। थैंक यू, थैंक यू टीम।
So this was a great skit by Dr. Satish sir and students. Now I would like to welcome on stage Dr. NJH Pathik sir, the principal of Calm down. He is coming, calm down. He is the principal of AVHMC. And as professor of homeopathic materia medica and also author of pseudo elements in school going scholar.
Hello. I am too fortunate that I am here, allowed to appear before the legends today. आप सबका आभार है। मैं यहाँ पे बहुत जल्दी और बहुत थोड़ी सी देर में अपना जो केसेस जो प्रेजेंट कर देता हूँ, वो जरा ऑन कर दो। After signing MOU with CCRH, our college has conducted a study here, and we have launched a retrospective cohort study, the confining eye flu with homeopathy, the role of Argentum nitricum zincum metallicum, preventing and managing the allergic seasonal conjunctivitis. It was a retrospective cohort study in RV HMC and conducted under my strict supervision by the junior doctors. The names are here: the Kapil Patel, Deepali, Janki, Mamta Kataria, Yogita, Shefali, Urvi and Damini. They all are now passed out after completing the internship. Next. In June 2023, the whole Gujarat is being alarmed with the rising cases of the conjunctivitis, along with the whole country. उस समय अचानक से एकदम से कंजक्टिवाइटिस के जो केसेस राइज हुए, उसके चलते हम लोगों ने एक रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव स्टडी लॉन्च करी। वहाँ पे जो ओपीडी में जो केसेस आना शुरू हुए आरवी एचएमसी की। नेक्स्ट, राजकोट में उस समय का रिपोर्ट से अबाउट 70 to 80 पेशेंट्स पर डे जो सिविल हॉस्पिटल में रिपोर्ट कर रहे थे आई फ्लू के। नेक्स्ट, आरवी एचएमसी की ओपीडी में भी रेगुलर केसेस आना शुरू हुए। नेक्स्ट बढ़ा दीजिए, एलर्जिक हेमरेजिक कंजक्टिवाइटिस एंड द वायरल कंजक्टिवाइटिस। नेक्स्ट So we have launched our retrospective study in the Kuwarwa, Magarwada, Targadia, 4 villages. जो villages already adopted है. Next. We have selected 2 medicines, the Argentum nitricum, Zinc metallicum, on the writings based on the writing of Great Dunham and Dr. J.T. Keynes. And we have set the sample size of 100 plus cases for assessment of curative power of these both drugs, and about 1,000 plus cases for assessment of prophylactic power of these drugs. Next. Assessment of curative power, we have recruited about the 150 cases instead of 100. There was among them, the 87 were the males and 63 were the females. There was no patient below the age of 5 years. After getting all the clearance from the ethical committee of the college, we have now launched the gender ratios. In this, the males are 87, females are 63. Next, the total medicine used throughout the study were the belladonna, palstilla, argentum nitricum, zincum metallicum, euphrasia, apis mellifica, sulfur, and all. In which the belladonna, there were the 12 patients who belongs to the belladonna, and the highest were the argentum nitricum and the zincum metallicum and euphrasia. Next. The photophobia, the argentum nitricums. This is one of the proved very great remedy which gave the relief within 6 plus minus 6 hours in the photophobia, while the zincum metallicum shows the result within 8 hours. Next. In itching and the coarse painful feeling in the eyes, the argentum nitricum given the relief within 12 hours, while zincum metallicum within the 12 plus minus 8 hours. Next. Efficacy of medicines. In whole study, we have found that the argentum nitricum given the results within 1 and 5 days, while the zincum metallicum given result in 2 days. And the next third top remedy is the euphrasia, which gives results in 3 days. Next. Improvement time, the zincum metallicum starts working within 8 hours plus minus 4 hours. Out of 21 patients reported, out of 42 patients, 21 reported, while 19 reported that after 16 hours they have got first sign of improvement. In case of the argentum nitricum patient, out of 58 reported the first sign of improvement within 6 to 8 hours, while 13 within 10 to 4 hours. So how fast this medicine acts, this study shows. Next. The curing rate of top 2 medicine, argentum nitricum, zincum metallicum, the 58 patients served with the argentum nitricum, and they all got relief within 1.5 to 2 days maximum. While the zincum metallicum got, the 42 patients received the zincum metallicum, they have got relief within 2 days. Next. Now on this base, we have launched the prophylactic study, a study for the to prevent the conjunctivitis. We have recruited and we have served the medicine for 1,117 patients. Among them, the 530 were the females and the 587 were the males. And means total 53% males contributed to this study, while the 47% female contributed to this study. Next. Among these 587 males, there were 42 the children, while in females the 23 were the children. Next. Success rate of these prophylaxis. About 453 patients who have received this argentum nitricum, only 3 out of them reported suffer with the conjunctivitis, while others remain safe totally throughout the study. In another zincum metallicum, the 664 patients received the zincum metallicum and they all remain safe. इनमें से किसी को भी conjunctivitis report नहीं किया गया. Thank you. टाइम बहुत कम है इसलिए बहुत जल्दी इसको किया गया. It's very detailed report.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pathik sir, for sharing such great insights of the case. Now, I would like to welcome on stage Dr. Yogesh Neturkar, alumni of Dr. M.L. Dhavle Memorial Homeopathic Institute, Palghar, author of 116 homeopathic articles, book editor, 4 homeopathic publications by B. Jain Publication, and lecturer at VK Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital. Please welcome Dr. Yogesh Neturkar.
So good evening. I am the last batsman. Opening was very wonderful. Middle order has also played very well. Now it is my free hit. Okay? And I won't disappoint you. So I hope all of you are with me. Just cheer up. Yes, thank you. So my topic is what homeopathy can offer. So hello, I hope I am audible. So my topic is what homeopathy can offer in clinical practice, a case-based learning module. The introduction that she had given, it is only because that I am still a homeopathic learner, and my teachers have taught that it is a lifelong journey, that one has to remain. If you want to practice homeopathy, then you have to be a lifelong learner, so that only you will be able to take care of knowledge, you will be able to take care of learner, and you will be able to take care of the patient also. Next. So the objective, iske pehle, next, earlier one. So the objectives of my presentation are to demonstrate scope of homeopathy in advanced pathological conditions, that was in the brochure, and that was decided that we should have these objectives. So we are trying to explore the frontiers, homeopathy's role in advanced pathological cases. Many of the cases that we had seen throughout the day, we had been able to witness the success stories of these cases. So integrating modern pathological insights with traditional homeopathic principles, case presentations showcasing successful homeopathic solutions in advanced pathology. Next. And I think this was only possible to have, uske pehle, one more slide, one more, back. So again the platform is because of these two great ladies, VP SSMS, and I am very much obliged to them. Because of them we are organizing this event. So no weapon can cut the soul into pieces, nor can it be burned by fire, nor moistened by water, not withered by the wind. And because of that, the soul, the energy has transformed into another form, and we are able to look out the energies that that has been enlightened because of these two great ladies. Next. Next. So I request that this is a patient sensitive data, that is why I had not shared the PPT on email also. So please don't take photo or any sort of video shooting. So next slide please. So in this case, homeopathic case management based upon evidence, case taking, telemedicine, then the case processing part, prescription, outcome assessment, and the research perspective that we are going to witness in this case. Next. The working principles that we are having, now I am going from concept to case. Concept to case, and earlier Krutik Shah sir has demonstrated the practice to concept or case to concept aspect. So we are going to see all these aphorisms in the, means the working principles are these aphorisms, without which it is highly impossible to practice homeopathy. And Krutik Shah sir has already discussed about these various aphorisms. I won't go into that. Next slide please. So this was a telecommunication that occurred in 19th of April 2021, where the teleconsultation was made by one of my patient for the initiation of treatment of her younger sister. The mode of communication was WhatsApp message, and there was an image that she had sent, and with some question that we had on phone. Next. Now this was the image. And instantly, as 11 to 12, I am having free time in my college, and during that time I just went through the message and I saw, and I instantly after looking I was very much in pain after looking the image itself, and I instantly called and I wrote it, replied in way that call back, आपका phone नहीं लग रहा. Next, so she called up, doctor क्या आप इसे ठीक कर सकते हो? Doctor, can you cure this? I replied that कोशिश करता हूँ, patient को phone करने के लिए बोलिए. I will try, please tell patient to call. So this was the introduction. Next. So whatever discussion we had related to the case, patient sister in Latur recommended her for homeopathic treatment. So this is a 50 years old female, housewife, mother of 2 children, belonging to a rich family. Her husband is a reputed businessman in Pune. From students' perspective, what points we had covered? We had covered who has referred this case, preliminary data in terms of name, age, gender, occupation, marital status, husband's occupation, children, and the socio-economic status. Next. Now what are the chief complaints? We had seen the image and we are pained with that image because of our sensitivity and the severity of the disease. Now the complaints are severe itching and eruptions at groins and genital region since 1 month. Severe discomfort and burning at genital area. Patient is anxious and worried about his complaint as it is not under control. For above complaints, patient had consulted her diabetologist, gynecologist, and took treatment from 2 dermatologists. Now again it is a challenge for homeopath to deal with such cases where there is no cure, and as Kishore Mehta sir yesterday also was saying that in terms of prognosis, or today also he focused upon the aspect of prognosis, that we should not go into that, we should just go on whatever data is there, we should build up a totality in terms of evolutionary totality, and we should go ahead with the prescription. So same thing, he is teacher of teachers and he was examiner for my MD exams. So already what he had presented yesterday, and I instantly said that this will be in my presentation also because of the master that is in front of me. So we had covered in this location, sensation, modalities are not available, concomitant is there, anxious, worried about complaints because they are uncontrolled, history of treatment is there. Next. Now associated complaints, heavy menses since 2 cycles, severe abdominal pain was there. Since skin complaints, obviously the area that is there which is affected during menses, it will have aggravation. So we are having skin complaints aggravated during menses, it worsens itching, burning and discomfort at genitalia. Period is continuous for around 8 days. Fresh blood with clots. She had took allopathic medicines from gynecologist and dermatologist, but nothing is working. So again what we had covered menstrual history in terms of duration, flow, character, modalities and the concomitant. Next slide please. And on the left side you might have seen the prescription that she had sent me. Along with that, I hope all of you are with me. Hello? Increased cholesterol level since 3 years and diabetes mellitus type 2 since 20 years. She is having 50 years of age. That means she had diabetes at an early age, 30 years of age. And now she is having dyslipidemia also. She is taking oral medicines for cholesterol disturbances. Diabetes and insulin injection is going on. Diabetes is uncontrolled. We have covered points like past history as well as the treatment history, so that we will be able to correlate these things with our fundamental miasm. Okay, that what Hahnemann has mentioned in the 5th aphorism. Next. Now patient as a person. Stocky built, obese, fair complexion, calm disposition, anxious about her health. She had strong fear about her strict mother-in-law. In spite of being at the age of 50, she had still fear of mother-in-law. Dog, darkness, easily takes on stress and becomes anxious, lack of confidence, sedentary lifestyle, and perspiration general, profuse, stool, occasionally unsatisfactory, urine normal, menses we have mentioned, and the thermal status. Like sir also mentioned that whatever status is right now, we should go into that. Initially she was chilly, later on she had become hot. So we will take as it is. Next slide. Now these are the prescriptions, and how we have to go through the prescriptions in terms of understanding what kind of medicine had been prescribed. And my emphasis should be as a homeopath that whether these medicines, means like whatever antifungals are there, 2 antifungals, 1 antihistaminic, anti-allergic, that means my medicine should also have these properties so that it will cure the problem. When I am looking for a remedy, it should have this kind of sphere of action, or it should have this kind of antagonistic action over there. Next, so the diagnosis, one more minute. So the diagnosis made by last slide. So the diagnosis was tinea cruris by the dermatologist on 5th of March. The diagnosis was tinea cruris. Next slide. Now the second diagnosis made by the consulting diabetologist, that it is something which is needing antimicrobial treatment, and he had prescribed along with the this one anti-lipid medicines, or along with the anti-diabetic medicines, he had prescribed antimicrobial treatment like Surface SN, okay, and multivitamins as well as the antioxidants were prescribed, okay. At that time the HbA1c was 10.3, that was noted on the prescription, okay. Next please. Now the consulting obstetrician, as earlier also I had mentioned, that she had menorrhagia, and because of that the complaints, skin complaints were aggravated, and that had led to the aggravation of complaints. So Primulate and Trinoiam, which is usually prescribed for various menstrual problems including painful, heavy or irregular periods and premenstrual syndrome. Next please. Now the next prescription is of another dermatologist on 12th of April. Still the condition is not under control, and now the prescription was made of this dermatologist, where the diagnosis was made of candidial vulvitis. Earlier tinea cruris, now candidial vulvitis is the next diagnosis that the dermatologist had made. So after that, means 12/4, she had prescribed antibacterial medicine, antifungal, antihistaminic and anti-allergic, as well as another antibacterial medicine and some dusting powder for the treatment part, okay. Now on 14th, after 2 days, what has happened after 2 days? The diagnosis has changed now. The diagnosis is now herpes genitalia, okay. So the herpes genitalia is the next diagnosis which is written on the prescription itself, and the content in terms of that antiviral treatment, like, and the neuropathic pain that she is having. Next please, Viraj. So here we can see, when we analyze these things, what has happened to the patient as a person. The dermatologist had made a diagnosis of tinea cruris, diabetologist has given antimicrobial treatment, obstetrician gynecologist has given medicines for menorrhagia, dermatologist has given medicine for candidial vulvitis, and another dermatologist herpes genitalia and the neuropathic pain that this lady is having. Now as a homeopath, we have to deal with all these things because we are having a holistic concept, patient as a whole, where we are trying to understand the patient in totality, in toto. And the father of diabetologist, Jordan, also believes that the patient has to be understood in his totality along with the various environments that are there. Next please. So on examination finding, Krutik Shah sir said that no one examines, and I agree with him that it is one of the important part. I still made an attempt that whatever image is there in front of me, I will diagnose on that part. So induration is there, and we can see that it is spreading. Next one. Now what type of disease is this? That is also one of the important part in terms of understanding the evolution of disease and the impact of that disease on the patient. From philosophical point of view, from organon point of view, we have to understand the different concepts that are lying in the case. So the type of disease is complex. Again, going back to organon, 36th aphorism to 40, 44, we can find out the complex diseases, concept of complex diseases. Here we are able to see that there are 4 locations that are involved. Endocrine is involved, then the CVS is involved, female reproductive system is involved, and the skin is also involved. Now disease diagnosis. While understanding the prescriptions and the diagnosis that has been done by the different consultants, I was trying to understand that why this lady is suffering. What is the reason? So there are risk factors for developing genital herpes also. So as well as the candidal vulvitis or tinea cruris. So candidal vulvitis is having because of weak immunity. Uncontrolled diabetes is definitely signifying that it is having weak immunity or it is a weak response. So that is there. Those who are not interested, they may leave. Please don't disturb. Those who are listening peacefully, let them listen. Okay. So candidal vulvitis, weak immunity and diabetes. Tinea cruris is having risk factor of obesity, profuse perspiration and diabetes mellitus. Again, when we make a diagnosis of herpes genitalia, the triggering factor is menses. For herpes, the triggering factor is menses. That is the risk factor that I had identified in different literatures. So the miasm that we are able to understand that different medicines have been prescribed, so definitely there is suppression. So location, skin, itching, burning, suppression of skin disease. Now physiological functioning, if we see, the hyperactivity in terms of perspiration is profuse, menses are heavy, profuse, and in terms of the another miasm, that psychosis, where subjective distress is there but the poor response towards the treatment that we are able to see. So that signifies about the psychotic dimension. And in terms of tubercular, where we can find out the uncontrolled diabetes mellitus. So it is a mixed miasm also because of the mixed disease, complex disease. So next one. Now what about the susceptibility and sensitivity understanding? Now definitely the susceptibility is of a mixed nature. Why mixed nature? Because at subjective level, when we talk about mind, subjectivity is high. When we talk about physical level, it is moderate. And when we are dealing with objective, that is the pathology, it is high in terms of uncontrolled diabetes, severe itching, severe burning, what is there. So what does it signify? It signifies that the susceptibility is at high level, at pathology level. So what I felt, to start with moderate potency, review after remedy response assessment. So we will assess it after understanding what kind of remedy response we are getting from this medicine. So general vitality is poor. Therapeutic planning, we should plan what we are able to or what we are expecting in terms of the outcome. So what is the first priority? The first priority is treatment to give instant relief, expected outcome to restrict the pathological progression. That is what we are planning for. Next one. Now this is a poor, this is the in total understanding of patient. I won't repeat it. Next one. Now this is the repertorization sheet where the psychological theme, anxiety for, fear dark of dogs, confidence, want of self, menses profuse, menses painful, burning at genitalia region, menses during. The general analysis that I found in complete repertory about reaction poor. There is a rubric called as reaction poor, and then the perspiration profuse, female genitalia itching, burning, and the female eruptions. Sulfur calcarea. At the time when I was talking with that lady, I had some my own prejudices in terms of this lady might be calcarea. And when she was talking about sulfur, I was again, when she was talking about skin complaints, I was again coming back to the concept of understanding that she will need a multi-miasmatic remedy which will have a wide coverage at the location part as well as at the miasmatic understanding part. So next one. So Boger talks about this remedy in terms of poor reaction and skin won't heal. This is what it is given. So my selection of remedy as the totality was also matching, and the Materia Medica references were allowing me in terms of understanding that it is dealing with poor reaction, skin won't heal. So on that basis I prescribed calcarea sulf 200. Next slide. This is a dermatology life quality index. Again we have to run parallelly with modern medicine in spite of blaming them or blaming anyone else or feeling pity about ourselves that we are homeopath and we don't do this and that. So we should follow certain assessment criteria also. So at the initial stage we had assessed this lady where there are 10 questionnaires where we are able to understand how these skin complaints are affecting the overall life of the patient as a person. And in that, when we are scoring, there are 27 marks. I will just brief you. Next slide. The questions that are there. So this is the scoring method. Very much, a lot, a little, not at all, not relevant. and the score that patient had was of 27, and it means that it is extremely large effect on patient's life. Now what kind of questions are there? Whether the skin complaints are affecting going outside, doing leisure activities, working at home, when someone is at home, whether that is also affecting your health, during sexual activities, during multiple things that we do in day in and day out as a daily activities or activities of daily living. Next slide. So the scale, symptoms and feelings are there, leisure activities, personal relationships, then treatment, work and school, and daily activities. These are the areas which are covered by this dermatology quality life index. Next one. So the follow-up is there. One minute, just go back. In that follow-up, we can see before it was 27. On next follow-up, 29.14, it is 18. Then it became 8, and then it became 0. So let's see next. So the follow-up. What does the follow-up talk about? Patient was highly concerned about her skin complaints and menses as it had affected her QOL. Allopathic treatment for skin complaints were stopped before starting homeopathic treatment. She reported that her blood sugar levels are within 250 milligram per deciliter, but didn't share her reports even after insistence of its importance in the management of skin complaints. Over a period of time, her menses returned to normal. In between, she had long journey by car. At that time, itching was aggravated, and based upon that totality, R sub 200 QDS resulted in amelioration of her itching. Next slide. So this was the first follow-up. I hope no one is taking photograph. So at bedtime we had given her Calcarea Sulf 203 pills. The WhatsApp communication is in front of you. Induration has ameliorated. Particular symptoms of eruptions, discomfort, itching, burning has ameliorated. Mental general anxiety has ameliorated. Physical general menses were of 6 days duration. Flow was reduced on 4th day, and on 5th day onwards, no flow or spotting was not observed there. There was no spotting. What kind of interpretation we are having as per the Kent's remedy response or 12 observations or prognosis after administration of the remedy? We are able to make interpretation that remedy has acted at all levels. Potency and repetition was correct, and the second prescription that we had thought was of the repetition of the same first prescription. Next one. Next one. No, skip it. Just go one slide back. Next. So the next follow-up, where she had sent me the HbA1c report, it was 8, and this is the condition. You can easily find out that there is definitely change in terms of induration, and physical complaints were also better. So again we had repeated Calcarea Sulf. Just consider that this is your family member and then do an u. Okay. So now this is the, I think, third or fourth follow-up, and she had asked me that thank you once again to be there always as and when and I needed you. Thank you. So I said that the skin complaints appears too good, healing is taking place. What about itching? It's there at night mostly, she replied. Okay. So again we continued the medicine. Next slide. Doctor, itching is gone, but healing is as it is at last picks, 24th of May. I said that it is better than the last pick. Thickness had gone, discoloration will go in few weeks. So just continue. And whatever allopathic medicine she had consumed, because of that too much of heat was generated, and she had developed aphthous ulcers as well as stomatitis. So she had mentioned that, but my ulcers in mouth and throat are still there. I said okay, continue medicines as it is. We are not going to change anything. Let it go as it is. Continue. This time call me before taking Calcarea Sulf, as last time she had mentioned, and again the whatever complaints were there in terms of when we had phone talk, she had mentioned that the itching is still there. In mild intensity, occasionally itching is there. So I made it from single dose to 3 doses. Next. So July 24, you can easily make up the change. Next. this is the last thing. Next. And this is the monarch inventory from research perspective that we should go for, whether it is just a coincidence and whether such kind of results can be reproduced when we are prescribing in similar situations. So the score talks that yes, there is a causal relationship between the remedy, there is a definite relationship, and we can definitely produce such kind of results in such kind of cases where there are multi-miasmatic dimensions are there as well as multi diseases are there, like complex diseases. Next. So what we are aiming, establishing clinical features by history taking, knowledge of disease, knowledge of pattern of disease presentation, and the ability to interpret what patient's clinical database is there. We are able to interpret the data. Next one. This is given in Hutchison. You can go back and refer Hutchison's clinical medicine. That's why purposefully I have taken that. And the working principle or the thought process that we had in terms of anamnesis, like the case record, presentation of disease, integration in man in health and man in disease, the remedy response, and principles and practice based upon the logic of homeopathy. Next. So this is the working model. Process of learning is based upon observations given as per the facts that are available in the Materia Medica, experience of standardized homeopathic practice, what I have, and correlations with clinical.
થેન્ક યુ સો મચ સર. હવે તમને બધાને જેની રાહ જોતા હતા તમે બધા ક્વિઝની એ ક્વિઝ છે. ક્વિઝ ઇઝ પ્રિપેર્ડ બાય ડોક્ટર સતીશ કનોજિયા સર. So now I will hand over the mic to sir.
Good evening once again. Ready? आइए हम आप और मिलके खेलते हैं आज. कौन बनेगा एनजीएच पति? हाई. लेकिन you have to use your mobile phones. पहली बात प्राइसेस बता देता हूं. थर्ड प्राइज 1000, सेकंड प्राइज 2000, है ना? उल्टा. थर्ड प्राइज इज 1000, सेकंड प्राइज इज 2000, एंड फर्स्ट प्राइज इज करोड़ नहीं, 3000. कौन बनेगा एनजीएच पति? आप अपना मोबाइल फोन यूज निकालिए. पेन क्विज, गूगल पे जाइए, टाइप कीजिए पेन क्विज. यू विल गेट द क्यूआर कोड एज वेल एज द पिन नंबर. अरे भाई मोबाइल निकालिए. एंड दिस इज ओनली फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स, नॉट फॉर द स्पीकर्स, not for the moderators, not for the teachers, only the students, first to fourth. Okay, we'll start. Should we? See, we have less time. Rule. Okay, the rule is also certain, you have to certain aspects. There are 13 questions and authors जो speakers हैं सबके नहीं है इसमें because of time laxity. डॉक्टर प्रवीण कुमार सर, डॉक्टर केतन सर, शाला नाफ मैडम, डॉक्टर शोभा, डॉक्टर निरुपमा, ये जो 5 स्पीकर्स थे सिर्फ इनके ही केसेस के क्वेश्चंस हैं. किसी के 3 क्वेश्चन है, किसी के 2 क्वेश्चन है, किसी के 1 क्वेश्चन है. एंड फॉर एग्जाम्पल डॉक्टर केतन सर का है तो क्वेश्चन के पहले डॉक्टर केतन क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, डॉक्टर केतन क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, वैसा, सो दैट यू कैन रिलेट द क्वेश्चन एंड द आंसर्स. डॉक्टर प्रवीण कुमार सर का क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, क्वेश्चन के आगे नाम रहेगा. ओके. एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, इफ यू वांट टू विन द प्राइज, you have to put your own name. आपका नाम लिखना है ताकि वो नाम से हम कैलकुलेट कर पाए कि कौन है. एंड राइट योर फुल नेम बिकॉज देयर मे बी मल्टीपल सतीशेस. एंड गुजरात है, राजकोट है, देयर मे बी मल्टीपल भावेश भाई, जिग्नेश भाई. ओके, तो राइट योर फुल नेम. स्टार्ट. 5 मिनट. रेडी. आप બધા તો રેડી થઈ ગયા. ઓકે. 253. अरे भाई जल्दी कीजिए, मुंबई जाना है. हाँ. हाँ कौन सा? Okay. We'll start in 10 seconds. 10. 'Let's play. Pertaining to Dr. Shobha Shah's first question. मायूस, दुखी, खुशी, हंसमुख चेहरे पर कैसा था उसका? चेहरा दुखी था, मायूस था, हंसमुख था, खुश था. वाह! सेकेंड. आप वो लोग बहुत अच्छा खेल रहे हैं, ऐसे ही खेलते रहिए. डॉक्टर शोभा शाह अगेन. व्हाट वाज द डायग्नोसिस ऑफ केस दिस केस? Which was the other drug prescribed from apart from petroleum? Sulfur, carcinosin, causticum, or tuberculinum. Fastest finger. Fastest finger. આ તો બધા લોકો જીતી રહ્યા છે. Praveen Kumar sir, the purest form of carbon is gold, diamond, platinum, silver. Actually this was a fill in the blank, but वो MCQs नहीं ले रहा था. Expected. Again, Praveen Kumar sir, in the first case of bleeding PR, name the drug and the selected potency. Adamase 0/1, Graphitus 0/1, Carbovate 0/1, or Carboanimalis 0/1. Wow! Yes, थोड़े लोग गलत हैं. Ready? Again, Praveen Kumar sir, in the case of Gorham's disease, name the bone which was missing. One of the radius, one of the hip bone, one of the humerus, one of the pubic rami. See, I want everybody to win, but there will be only 3 winners. Again, question 3 of illegal the patient was attached to her father, mother, brother, uncle. Father. Dr. Shahala, which drug helped the case of angioneurotic edema? The easiest one. Nobody should go wrong. Urtica urens, arsenic, Apis, Rustox. The easiest one. This is the third case, huh? The very first case which she presented. Angioneurotic edema. Dr. Nirupama, in her stage fright, what did the patient think of? She thought that people will laugh at her. She thought that she will be killed. She thought people will hate her. She thought she will be mocked. See, 206 right. वो तो right है, वो तो है ही. It means there are people who are not attentive. There are people who are not attentive. Right? Either they were gone out or they were sleeping. Next. Again, Dr. Agrawal, the patient was a known case of dash since the age of 14 years. Autism spectrum disorder, hypothyroidism, seizure disorders, or hyperthyroidism. Autism spectrum disorder. सही जवाब. Still 136 wrong. Still 136 wrong. They should not listen to me. Agarwal again. Which kingdom remedy was selected? Sarcodes, plant, nosodes, animal. देखते हैं कितने लोग रॉन्ग होते हैं. How many people goes wrong? No sorts. Wow. Still now 5 14 5 19. 19 were wrong. Inattentive. Kalpit sir, students are inattentive. Ketan Shah sir, what was the diagnosis of the case? Autism, moderate autism, severe autism, epilepsy. I think epilepsy. नहीं, autism. Again, Ketan Shah sir. The remedy of the patient, you have to say the common name. Black cohosh, roasted sponge, skimmed black. That is skimmed milk. Poison of the toad. It was Baraita cup, na sir? Baraita cup था. Calcium carbonate. वो लिखा नहीं मैंने. भूल गया. Great. हो गया? Yes, yes. और है कोई? खत्म हो गया ना? Okay, result. Declare the result. See, result will be fastest finger. Right? Only 3 winners. If there is a 4th winner, I will take all the cash prizes. Yes. Kamlesh, Bharat Bhai, Barai, 3rd prize. Namisha Mehta, wow! 3rd prize. 1st prize, Rutika.
The winners, please come and join us on the stage. Rutika, Nemish, Kamlesh.
Sir, Kalpit sir.
प्राइज मनी इंक्रीज बाय प्रवीण सर. जो 3000 के ऊपर 500 रुपए ये तीनों को और मिलेंगे, बिकॉज इनके केस के तीनों आंसर्स इन्होंने सही दिया है. सो इट विल बी 3500, 2500 एंड 1500. फर्स्ट प्राइज ऋतिका. आगे जा, आइए सर, आप आइए, आप आइए, आप नहीं, आप आइए.
ये बनाने में, see, I am technologically retarded. They and Yuvraj, they both helped me in making this. Please give a big round of applause to both of them. Thank you.
Congratulations, dear. Well done. Very good. Well done. Oh my God. Congratulations. Poor thing. Congratulations. Well done.
Well, congratulations. Fourth ने announce करो. Fourth and fifth कौन है?
Fourth, fifth. Fourth and fifth.
Okay, there is a one more consolation prize. 6 to 10 को 150 और दिए जाएंगे. डाबी भरत, झारू महेश, अल्पेश, दादू आहिर, अंकिता सथवारा. डाबी भरत, झारू महेश, अल्पेश, दादू आहिर, अंकिता सथवारा. Come up on stage.
Any cheers for them? Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
Thank you, Praveen sir, Saunil sir, and Ketan sir, for encouraging the budding homeopaths and the students. For your
આ ટાઈપની કોમ્પિટિશન ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ જોઈ. થેન્ક યુ ફોર અરેન્જિંગ સચ અ ગ્રેટ ઇવેન્ટ.
thank you, sir. Momento.
हेलो या हाँ स्टिल मोर प्राइजेस हाँ नहीं विराज और वो ध्येय और वो मैं कॉल अपॉन ध्येय एंड ध्येय विराज युवराज और क्या नाम है ये आगे युवराज आगे विराज इनके साथ में उनका नाम क्या है ओम एक मिनट और फिर यहाँ से
There is a special recognition of these volunteers by Dr. Yogesh Niturkar ji and Dr. Satish ji. પ્રવીણ સર આ જઈએ ઉપર. મારૂફ અને મેઘરાજ બહાર ગયા છે ને, એની બે રખાવી લેજો. आ जाइए सर, आ जाइए. सुषमा जी आप आइए. आइए. हाँ आपको
attention please. As a part of this successful seminar, we would, on the part of BJN Publications, Krutik Shah sir as well as myself are associated with BJN Publications, Homeopathic Heritage. I am the chief associate editor and sir is associate editor. So we BJN's Homeopathic Heritage, and I would like to gift some books that are with me for the promotion of homeopathic literature. Out of that, 3 books have been edited by me. So I had brought these books with me. So we are going to distribute this with
Don't be envious that these are only getting the book prizes. Okay? You would all get complimentary 3 e-journals of NJH. I think Dr. Kalpit has got your email IDs. It would be sent to them. Okay? So it would be very great pleasure from NJH EB. Books ऐसा भी होता है, एक गर्ल ने एक लव लेटर उनके बॉयफ्रेंड को हैरिसन्स इंटरनल मेडिसिन में रख के दे दिए. उनका शादी भी
Hello.
So, obviously, this boy never opened Harrison's internal medicine. He never read the love letter. That girl got married. That should not happen. I request the winners, these students, they should read the books. There may be a love letter also. Anyway, congratulations to all of you. And in fact, hearty congratulations to Dr. Kalpit Bhai. Fantastic. He deserves a great, great, great appreciation from everyone. Thank you.
Truly, Kalpit sir, I would like to thank you and your entire team for the efforts which has been put in within a short time, and I'm sure that even the audience must be really happy today. All the volunteers, thank you from the NJH team. Yeah, we'll request everyone to please come on stage. I request all the faculty members as well to please come on the stage.
હાલો કોણ છે કોને દેવાનું સાજી કુટ્ટી sir, please come on the stage to give away a memento to Dr. Krutik sir, the child of Master Honeyman, Bullet Train. Your presentation was really touching the hearts of many organ teachers. Please, I invite Dr. Satish Kanodia sir to give a memento. Saunil Malwania sir, please give a memento to Satish Kanodia sir. Saunil Malwania sir, please aa jao jaldi. I invite Dr. Mishra sir, Rajiv Mishra sir, to give a memento to Dr. Sushma Jaiswal, the president of the conference. I invite Dr. Manish Dabi sir to give a memento to Dr. Mansij Kumar Pathik sir. એક સેકન્ડ આપ જેટલા હમણાં 2 મિનિટ પૂરું આપણે જેમની પાસેથી મોમેન્ટો લીધો છે, અરે જેમને આપણને પ્રેઝન્ટેશન આપ્યું છે, 2 મિનિટ થશે પ્રેઝન્ટેશન કરીએ, પછી નેશનલ એન્થમ ને પછી જાશું આપણે, રાઈટ? ડાન્સ કીજે, ચલો ફટાફટ કરો, તમે ઉતાળો. ડોક્ટર રાજેશ પટેલ સર to give a memento to Dr. Yogesh Nidurkar. Please come fast. Kishore Mehta. I invite Dr. Dhananjay sir to give a memento to Dr. Saji Kutti sir. I invite Dr. Krishna Saha madam, principal of Grey Homeopathy College, to come on the dais. आप मैडम वहाँ रहिए, यहाँ आपको मेमेंटो. Dr. Arwa madam, please can go to her. Dr. Arwa madam. डॉक्टर पूर्वी मैडम, आप प्लीज जाके टू गिव अ मेमेंटो. वहीं पे रखो, उनको चलने में आ जाएगा. ठीक है, चलो आ जाइए. Thank you, madam, for your gracious presence to the event. I invite Dr. Dhananjay sir to give a memento to Dr. Saji sir. Dr. Saji Kutti, हो गया? Thank you. Yeah. And a special thanks to Dirali and Megha Rajbara for a wonderful comparing of the event. Thank you. And your award and memento is pending. Dance performance. Megha આપી દો. અરે નથી
No. Now, last but not the least, the best prize of today, Dr. Kalpit Sangvi. Please.
હલો. એકચ્યુઅલ ઘણા બધા સેમિનાર થાય છે અને એ સેમિનારની પ્રિપેરેશન ઘણા મહિનાઓથી થતી હોય છે, પણ આ સેમિનાર 1 મહિનાથી પણ ઓછા સમયમાં એક પણ કમિટી બનાવ્યા વગર ખાલી કલ્પિતભાઈએ વોટ્સએપના માધ્યમથી અને કલ્પિતભાઈ અને એમની ટીમે આ સેમિનાર સક્સેસફુલી અરેન્જ કર્યો છે. થેન્ક યુ કલ્પિતભાઈ.
સવારે આઈ થિંક એન્કરે કહ્યું હતું ને કે ત્રણ પ્રકારના માણસો હોય છે, એમાંના ત્રીજો જે પાર્ટ કીધો હતો કે પોતે જ નદી બની જાય છે, એવું રિયલ એક્ઝામ્પલ કલ્પિત સરે આપણા બધાના સામે મૂક્યું.
Thank you so much to all the dignitary members. As we all know, the inauguration of Ram Mandir will be held on 22nd January in Ayodhya. The construction of Ram Mandir is not just a physical manifestation of bricks and mortar, it is a testament to the enduring spirit of our civilization. It gives us values of righteousness, compassion and devotion. Let's have a glimpse on tribute to Lord Rama by the students of final year HNS HMC. Give a round.
उस अयोध्या धाम ने अपना असली रंग दिखाया। धर्म और सत्य की जीत का परचम जब संपूर्ण देश में लहराया, जब अधर्म पर विराम लगा, उनका युवराज अपनी धरती पर वापस लौट आया। दिए भी जले, आतिशबाजी भी हुई और जयकारों में बस एक ही नाम आया, अधर्म का नाश, सत्य की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय।
चौखट पे चल के आज चारों धाम आए हैं, बजाओ ढोल स्वागत में मेरे घर राम आए हैं। कथा शबरी की जैसे जुड़ गई मेरी कहानी से, न रोको आज धोने दो चरण आँखों के पानी से। बहुत खुश हैं मेरे आंसू के प्रभु के काम आए हैं। बजाओ ढोल स्वागत में मेरे घर राम आए हैं। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। वो आएंगे आएंगे, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। हाँ वो आएंगे आएंगे,
आएंगे जब वो अंगना को सजाऊंगी, दीप जला के खुशियाँ मैं मनाऊंगी। आएंगे जब वो अंगना को सजाऊंगी, दीप जला के खुशियाँ मैं मनाऊंगी। मेरे जन्मों के पाप सारे धुल जाएंगे, राम आएंगे।
मेरी झोपड़ी के भाग आज खुल जाएंगे, राम आएंगे। ओ मेरी झोपड़ी के भाग आज खुल जाएंगे, राम आएंगे।
हो आएंगे आएंगे श्री राम आएंगे, आएंगे आएंगे मेरे राम आएंगे। जल्दी आएंगे और सीता जी को संग लाएंगे, राम आएंगे।
मेरी झोपड़ी के भाग आज खुल जाएंगे, राम आएंगे। ओ मेरी झोपड़ी के भाग आज खुल जाएंगे, राम आएंगे।
जय श्री राम बोलो, जय
Okay, now we'll conclude this seminar with national anthem. Please stand up on the stage.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे